Thank you, Councillor. Have I 2 minutes?
No, I was telling Deputy Hannigan need 2 minutes.
So how long have
Anyway,
I got?
go ahead.
I've got a couple more minutes than I thought. The first thing that I'd like to say tonight is that disability allowance was something that Labour Party backbenchers friend very strongly at on the appearance of the budget. And it was Minister Joan Burton herself who commenced the review immediately, and I'm glad that we have a resolution at this point in time.
Here. Wait, Labour and Fine Gael.
I'm afraid, Deputy, I'll tell you straight out that everybody inside in the government benches here reacted that this is something that we needed to review immediately, and I think we've come to the right conclusion. So you should commend us on that, I think. There's a couple of things I'd like to do tonight in this, and it's my first budget, and I'll tell you, I wish I was here in better times. I'd like to state the position of the country, the strengths of the budgets, the commitments that were made by the government and the programme for government, and also my own personal view as to where the future lies for us as a country within our own economy and the Eurozone. The position of the country is very stark. We're borrowing €375 million a week at the moment. That's to pay you, me, the teachers, the guards, the people on social welfare and everybody else. That money filters down into small businesses and it contributes to mix the society that we live in at the moment. Some people have advocated that we go elsewhere and stop borrowing money from the ECB. Well, to look at this with all reality, you wouldn't be stripping 3.8 billion out of the economy, you'd be taking the whole chunk of the deficit, nearly 20 billion out of the economy. And I appeal to people to actually recognise that. We all have an obligation in this House to communicate with all the people that voted for us that we're in the most grave time in the continent since World War II. And when you hear the German Chancellor telling you that, you want to sit up and listen. And if you look at our country, we have the highest personal debt ratio in any country in Europe. So when you get junk bond status as well, I'm afraid we're in a pretty dire situation. Trying to get out of it is going to be very difficult, but we've put our hand up over here and we've said, look, we're willing to go into government, we're willing to take the heavy load, take the bull by the horns and do what has to be done. There are many good things in this, and the mortgage interest relief I'm particularly glad of, because I come from a generation that our generation jinxed. I'm one of the people that pay over 50% of my wages, even though we're paid very well in here, towards my mortgage. And I have many friends that are in the exact same situation. I'd also like to say that this is a good budget for farming, for tourism, and my acronym for recovery for my area in Kerry is TEAM. It's a mindset that we bring everybody into the trenches with us and we do what we can to make the country better. T is tourism, and I think we've made great inroads there. With 9% VAT, I can tell you in Killarney, in Tralee, in Listowel, look, things are improving. With the Queen of England's visit, with the President of America's visit, I think we got enormous coverage, and I think there's value there being created again. In relation to energy, there's a couple of benefits here for the VAT reclaim in relation to turbines, and our product can only go forward. We have potential. Agribusiness, we all know how good our product is, and I think the Minister is doing a fine job on developing it. And micro-enterprise, there's research and development grants available and compensations that I'd like to commend Minister Sherlock, as he's here in the House, for his hard work and the foresight that he's shown with this.
Thank you, Deputy. I have to ask you to move that the debate be adjourned.
I agree to that, and I'd like to resume.
You can resume.
Thank you.
Thank you.